Yes guys, so I'm going to take you guys on a tour with Gun Hill Signal Station, which is in St. George. Starting from the above deck, which is 700 feet above sea level, I am overlooking the St. George Valley on the south of the island, and we can see into the Bridgetown Port and the water harbor, and we can see the southwest coast of Barbados, which is a part of the Carlisle Bay area as well. And this is the section where you can purchase your beverages and your drinks, and this is where you can sit down and have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is the washroom section here. So this is the way to Fusiliers Bar and Cafe, and this way to the signal station. And this is the signal station here, the Gun Hill signal station. So this is the section where you can have your refreshments and your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner. And this is the entrance over here as well. So again, I'm in the parish of St. George, which is in the center of the island. St. George and St. Thomas are the two parishes here in Barbados in the center of the island without any sea or coastline. So there will be no sea nor coastline in this parish, in these parishes. They're the two landlocked parishes here in Barbados, St. George and St. Thomas. And St. George was established between 1640 and 1641, and it was carved out of the parish of St. Michael. On this way to the signal station, this is the Gun Hill signal station. You can see some more of the St. George Valley from here as well. With Buckley, you can see the former Buckley Sugar Factory. Buckley spelled B-U-L-K-E-L-E-Y. That is how Buckley here in Barbados is spelled, B-U-L-K-E-L-E-Y. Buckley Sugar Factory closed its doors in 2002, leaving Andrews and Port Vale to do the rest of the sugar cane processing. And then in 2013, Andrews closed down. Under the last government, it was closed to reopen as a multi-purpose factory, but that did not come off, so it is now left in a state of disrepair with a high-weight fence to keep out trespassers, and it's left with all the equipment taken out. I was told that this present government might plan to do something with it. I'm not sure. My father's mother, which is my grandmother from my father, so he used to work there as well at Butley's plantation. Yes, guys, this is the Gun Hill signal station. And I'm just above the lion sculpture at Gun Hill. This is the signal station here. And this is the lion sculpture, which is just below the signal station. And this is the brief history about the lion. And the signal station. This is a brief history on the signal station. Overlooking the whole of the St. George Valley now, looking in a southerly direction, a southeasterly direction, with mostly St. Philip. We can see all up to the airport in Christchurch, which is Barbados' only port of entry by air. We can see the Boarding Hall area, which borders St. George and Christchurch. So we're looking in a southerly direction with Christchurch. We can see the Walkers area and the Buckley area. We can see the St. George Parish Church. We can see into Bridgetown, which is the capital. And some cannons here as well. You walk way back to the entrance and the signal station. So I will now go up the stairs now to the top. We're looking over to St. Thomas now, which is also another central parish, where we can see Appleways, the former Appleways plantation, and sugar factory, which later became the West Indies Records Limited. West Indies Records Limited used to produce records for calypso music, soca music, spooky music, and ska music, and reggae music. WIRL. And now it is Barbados Packaging Industries at Appleways, which is between St. Thomas and St. George. And we can see all up to the Harrison Scape area in St. Thomas, and all of the Sturges and Welshman Hall and Hotwell, and the Grandview Heights and Shophill St. Thomas. And we can see to Roberts Manufacturing at Lower Estate. We are looking in a westerly direction now into the Bridgetown Port and Deepwater Harbour. And we can see the flour mill, which is outside the part of the port, the Bridgetown Port, and all over Barbados Beach. And we can see into the Warrens area as well. The Warrens Business and Commercial area, which is known as the city, away from the city. Here's another brief history of the signal stations. The first one is Dover Fort, which is in St. Peter. Grenade Hall, which is also in St. Peter. Cotton Tower in St. Joseph. Highgate in St. Michael, and Mount Creek, which is between St. Philip and St. John. Looking down to the St. George Valley. Again, we can see the St. George Secondary School at Constant in St. George. And we can see the St. George Parish Church again, which is the second oldest place of worship. It was built in 1641 and was built in 1784. St. George is the second oldest place of worship after St. James. And we can see the Hilton Hotel, which is along the Carlisle Bay area on the southwest coast. And we can see into the Bridgetown Port and Deepwater Harbour. We can see all the Walkers in St. George as well. And again, you can see the Butley factory. This is all Walkers and Tate Hill area below here, and the Glebe, all in the parish of St. George. And here is a award giving the history of how signaling works. I won't be able to read all this now because of the time. So I guess take a look at what the board says about how signaling works. Now coming back down the stairs. And back to the signal station entrance, the cafe section. And this board here says Gun Hill Signal Station, opened by the Right Honorable JMGM, which is John Michael Jeffrey Manningham Adams, who we refer to in Barbados as Tom Adams, who was Barbados' second Prime Minister. He was the Queen's Counsel and Member of Parliament, and it was opened on the 24th of November 1982 and restored by the Barbados National Trust. See the board here, this plaque here says Barbados National Trust, Building of Historic Interest. I will start from here first. This is the old saucepan and so on that they used to cook with. This is the kitchen at Gun Hill. This is the kitchen section. And these are the utensils used, such as the kerosene oil lamp, the jugging board, the steam iron, the pot, the jug, the steam iron. Going back into the St. George Valley and the south of the island. So let's go. St. George is the breadbasket of Barbados, where you will get your grown provisions. Grown provisions can be found out on way. Plantations such as the Valley Plantation, Buckley Plantation, and Sweetvale Plantation, and Brighton Plantation. The military history of Barbados. And the history on the Victoria Cross. And this is the board here. This is then Prince Edward visited Barbados, visited the Gun Hill Signal Station, and planted a 6-year Malacent tree known as the Pomerat or the Pomerat at Gun Hill Signal Station in St. George on Sunday, March 1st, 1987. Prince Edward. He revisited Gun Hill in 1992. The Pomerat tree in the background. Look at the signal from the signal station deck in. The restoration of Gun Hill Signal Station in 1982. And the genesis of signal stations and lookouts within the context of the Atlantic world. And the lookouts and vantage points in Barbados. A defensive necessity. And Bridge Hill to Gun Hill. This is the signal station again. So this is the other deck, which is 700 feet above sea level. And we can see the lion sculpture just below here, which was carved by Captain Henry Wilkinson, who was an officer at the signal station. It was carved in 1868. The lion sculpture at Gun Hill. Again, we can see the Hilton Hotel, which is along the Carlisle Bay area on the southwest coast of Barbados. We can see the Roberts Manufacturing on Lower Estate in St. George, and we can see the Bridgetown Port and the Water Harbour. You can see the Lears area with the Chuffet warehouse. Chuffet restaurant is exclusive to Barbados, even though it is not a Barbadian-owned restaurant. It is still exclusive to Barbados. It can only be found in Barbados. Chuffet is owned by a Trinidadian national by the name of Assad John Haluk. I think his son Haluk, his son runs the business now. But the warehouse and the manufacturing company is in Lears, St. Michael. It is called Chef Foods. And they also have the Frosties ice cream parlor there as well, owned by the same Chuffet people. And we can see all the penny hills of St. Thomas with Grand View Heights and Shop Hill. And we can see Market Hill area in St. George, and we can see Applebates as well. And we can see all up to the airport, which is in Christchurch to the south of the island. to go on the Adams International Airport. So thank you guys for watching once again and have a blessed evening.